In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to get a 3k damage badge in Apex Legends. I'm going to share my thought process for this whole game and point out what I did right, what I did wrong, and what you can learn from this video in order to take with you, so when you go into your next game, you have a higher chance of getting one no matter what. So let's get right into it. So you can see right here, I went to a POI fight night. Since I heard a fight nearby, I thought I could third party this. Now, what you want to do is when you're going for a high damage game is to get at least 1k damage off the rip, but also make sure not to get yourself killed if you're going in solo. For me, I was going in solo in solo trios, so my teammates were not really particularly near me. So what my plan was to keep my distance and make sure I have good positioning. Positioning is a key part in order to actually get good damage off in a good game, which you're going to see here. I had to play it very careful. Since this was a 3-man, I decided to play my positioning right. However, when I looked back behind me, my fuse was there, so I decided to reset real quick and go for the actual push, since I know for a fact I can win a 2v3 if I play this right with my positioning. So that's what I went for. Also, if you want to go for a high damage game, make sure to finish the people you fight, because if you do not finish them, you miss out getting 100 to 200 damage extra on top of what you already have. Just make sure to be careful though. You don't want to finish somebody if you're in the middle of a fight already. Just know that if there's no one around you, go for it. So you can see right here, I had to rotate out of this fight because Zone was coming in. On top of that, another squad pulled up, so it wasn't safe to stay here any longer. However, on the way out, I did get a pick on the Ash team that was versing my Rampart. So my goal now is to find any fights nearby and play from a distance just to be far enough that I can crack them consistently, and also on top of that, get any leftover thirsts that are available, so that way I can get extra 200 to 100 damage. You can see here that a few squads are actually fighting, and I want to make sure I can actually push up on this while actually making sure they don't push up on me. That way I can just keep the distance and actually crack consistently. So you can see right here, I get Maggie Joe, and I'm actually not too confident about this cover anymore, and I realized it's a Rampart, so I decided to go post up with her and reset, and then pull up behind the squad since I hear them rotating out. And what I want to do is go for a nice head glitch or a cheeky spot on them, so I decided to take the top of this roof right here because I realized that they're going to be on the opposite side of it, and if I can just play this head glitch really well, I can get a lot of damage off of this, and that's exactly what happened. On top of that, getting a Rampart wall. So you can see right here, the enemy team starts rotating out, and that kind of whips some of my shots, but I did get some cracks off on them. I wanted to try to get a pick right there and maybe get a finish, but that was unfortunately not the case. Zone 2 was coming in, so we had to rotate in, and however, everyone in the lobby is now in power. Was it solar or power? I don't actually know this POI's name. I kind of forgot about it. Either way, all you need to know is that I try to keep play from a distance and also go for a finish when it makes sense to. A good spot to hold on this actual POI is the building in the middle, the weird like pyramid thing. So I decided to post up on that since we have a Rampart, and this would be a perfect opportunity to, since there was actually a fight in front of it.
Back there. Why the hell are you there?
So you can see right here, I start whiffing my shots, and I should have been able to easily kill this Octane with my teammate, but this Octane barely survived and got out of it, so we just decided to rotate into next zone.
I'm gonna go for a 3K.
Get a 3K no balls.
I thought about it, Chad. Don't worry. Rampart, I'm gonna take the roof here. You set walls, okay?
So my plan is to take control of the roof of this building, which would be really good since we have a Rampart teammate, so we can really make anything into cover, but I didn't anticipate the team being up here, so that was awkward. So they had literally had a Gibby, Rampart, and I think it was a Bloodhound in the building, and I just decided not to fight this at all because one, the Rampart has her ult out, she's just waiting the beam, and honestly it would be better just to take the roof and get damage off on them. And however, I didn't realize during this process, this is one of those teams that are very protective of themselves. Like, they don't want to fight anyone, they just want to go for the win now because they're already this far. So I'm not gonna lie, I should have fought them and gone from the bottom floor top and just got some damage off on them. That was a missed opportunity on my part. So you can see right here now that the enemy team's on that roof, and I use my ultimate to pull them in because one, they're playing it very smart with head glitches, and I can't really do anything about that. And also two, I don't have my Rampart wall up, so I just decided to use my ultimate to actually pull them in to get some extra damage off on them. I'm not gonna lie, this team in front, I should have taken this building. I didn't anticipate Zone to pull this way, which I should have, and just fought them for the building, because then I would only have to fight the squad behind me that we said earlier weren't that confident in themselves about fighting last zone. So this was another missed opportunity. So you can see right here, I decided to play a little bit slower just to play it safe, and I didn't realize that zone 5 was coming in and this squad was going to do something stupid, so I decided to go for some damage right here, right? Logical. And of course, I didn't realize the Gibby was going to dome in zone, thinking he could res his teammate, but he decided to do it and gets his whole squad wiped because of the fact that zone 5. So this was a huge missed opportunity. I should have pushed up on those kids early and got some more damage off on them. So I decided to fight the team in front. However, I make a simple mistake as dropping from cover and losing my high ground, and then the Octane automatically takes it as soon as I drop. So boyos, if you ever have control of the high ground, don't drop. So yeah, that's where my fatal mistake was. And the second mistake I made was not playing off the Rampart Carveler, and then of course the Rampart gets beamed. If it was two people in one spot, we should have been able to easily hold that and gotten more damage off that and possibly gotten the 3K, but we only got a 2.5. So hopefully you can learn from my mistakes and what you can do to get one.